come out. 2nd and 6, 2 tight ends on the right-hand side. They're going to run that direction. Some good blocks by those tight ends. And a great stiff arm right there. He's going to get into the open field. 20, 15, stiff arm at the 10 to the 5. Brought down about the 4-yard line. 51.
2nd and long. They'll go play action here. King steps back, fires down the sideline. Wide open. Macias to the 5 to the end zone. Touchdown, tie.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Around the CFSL podcast, brought to you by myself, Valente Martinez, and my good friend, broadcast partner, and rival, Kaleb Allen, who's a smooth operator today, and 2-0. And this week, we are joined by the host, the owner, the RC, the
director, probably.
the head of directing of the RC
The head
party.
of the table.
Sure.
The head of the RC party, the RC for Michigan State, Manny Mercy, also known as David Perez, David Climbs 3, other nicknames not available, I don't think. DP16.
I mean, Manny himself has like El Toro, is what we call him.
El Toro, yep.
DP16 was my previous player, my corner that played for Syracuse and Notre Dame.
Yep,
That's all we're gonna say about him. We don't need to bring up any other statistics or anything.
Actually, we kind of do, because this part of the podcast we like to introduce our guests for people that might not know you. So,
I think I want to open up with a gift, though.
Oh,
really?
I have a gift for you. And I have something you've been looking for years.
He's been hyping this up. Like,
I know you're good friends with someone over on the RC party.
Yeah.
I brought you Nico's cane. I brought you Nico's cane just for you. Don't ask where he's at. He's probably laying down somewhere on the side of the road asking for help.
Oh,
but I brought this specifically for you.
My guy, you gotta get that back to him. He ain't gonna be able to get up.
It's his problem now.
I really want you to tell Nico to at least watch the first 5 minutes of this podcast, if not anything else.
If he doesn't, I'm gonna like personally come for his ass, because like that was. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome.
Oh my god.
It's what I do. It's what I do, baby.
Well, we already have an idea of who we're gonna have on next week. So if you can come up with something even better to top that, that'd be amazing.
Oh, I can get something. You know him pretty well, David.
Yeah, just
you do
I'll help you out. Just slide me the info and I'll come up with
He's a little
something
short.
All right, so kicking off. He's taller than me. Okay, so that should be like short Valente or whatever.
That's sad.
Yeah. There's like 14-year-olds taller than me, dude.
Yeah.
I'm 5'7". It's
me
like
too.
It's not even my man.
Y'all so short.
Virtual fist bump 2 weeks in a row. Okay. Anyway.
Y'all need booster seats.
We're already off to yapping. This is what got us into that sleep deprived mode that we were in at 4 a.m. last week. Anyway, so
3 hours of sleep.
Yeah, and you still placed 12th in state and won 3 of the 5 events, right? Virtual fist bump.
Placed in 3 of the 5. We them.
Okay, leave me hanging then.
Coach Allen like that.
Great. Anyway, welcome to episode 3. I've already got the title in mind. I'm not gonna say it because I'd rather have David see it.
I can't
when it comes
wait.
out.
I can't wait.
Everybody else sing it. So let me know if you enjoyed that title, especially with David's notoriety in this league. So
tell us about yourself, David.
Yeah. When did you join the league? Tell us about the players.
How did you find the league? How did you even find the league?
That's a good question.
So I joined in season 19, because it's season 26, finishing my second player.
Yeah.
So yeah, season 19. I made a 3-star cornerback named
freaking
David
camera.
Perez, namesake player. 3 stars were still recruited back then, so I got recruited to Syracuse. Played there for 2 seasons. Syracuse got waived, so I followed my AD to Notre Dame. Played there for 2 seasons. Won 1 game in 2 seasons at Notre Dame. You're welcome, Caleb. And then after that, I went to Iowa, where I was for the past 3 seasons before the rebrand to Michigan State most recently. Yeah, again, David Perez at Cuse and Notre Dame, cornerback, kind of didn't do jack. I started my coaching career as an RC at Notre Dame, and then I continued it RC for Iowa the past 2 seasons. Technically, wasn't one my first season, and then now RC for Michigan State. So, kind of got all of that under my belt. Recently, I've been trying to pioneer my kind of new brand of doing Player of the Week graphics. It's kind of been my bread and butter throughout my time, both with Iowa and Michigan State. If you're looking at user content, keep your eyes out for the Fago Player of the Week. I try and find a brand that's like that
Locally.
means local, kind of means home. The reasoning behind Hy-Vee in Iowa was I actually have traveled to Iowa a couple times from my home here in Atlanta. My mom grew up in Iowa, so we flew up there. We flew up there, and when we visited, I remember going to Hy-Vee grocery stores, which were like this unique thing to Iowa as a kid. Fast forward to now, I use that for Hy-Vee Player of the Week, and then when we made the switch to Michigan State, I'm like, well, shoot, I got to find a new Player of the Week now. So I talked around a couple of the members in the league. I talked to them about it and learned about Fago and used them as the Michigan State Player of the Week. So you can expect to see like stuff like that. I love it when there are like little just nuggets that like when you look into it are actually really really cool. So that's what I try and bring wherever I go. But yeah, that's my path through the CFSL so far.
You
No,
know, Fago's actually really good. I've had it. May or may not have been because of a 2020 song called Blueberry Fago. That yeah, but it's a really good drink. It is. Now
uh,
you're a senior now, aren't you?
Yeah, so I actually yesterday, which was Friday, May 15th for those of y'all watching this later. I had my last AP exam. So
Mm.
I am done with high school for the rest of my life as of yesterday, which feels really, really good. I'm like not committed. I don't play any high schools or like NCAA sanctioned sports, but I'm going to UCF, the Knights, the Citronauts, for college. That's down in Orlando, so that's where I'll be spending the next 4, unless shit hits the fan.
what are you
But yeah,
studying?
I'm probably ideally I want to go marketing. But just general kind of business is my idea right now. I'll figure out kind of the specifics later.
Yeah.
Ultimately, the dream is to work for an NFL team. I mean, I'm a
Ooh,
pretty undersized guy. I'm 5'7", 125. So I'm like, I never had a chance of playing football, but I love the
different
sport so
kind of
much.
employment that you're looking for
Yeah.
there. Yeah,
I love the sport
interesting.
so much, and I would love to work for something adjacent to the NFL or, uh, college football at some point. So that's kind of the dream. But for now, I got this.
Who knows? Maybe we'll be seeing the Fago Player of the Weeks on
Mhm.
an NFL team one of these days. You get
That would be so
God,
cool.
don't let it be for the Falcons, because I'm not gonna lie.
Let it
When
be
you
for the
saw me throw
Falcons.
my hands up, I Discord didn't catch it, but I coughed.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't. Every
Hmm.
time I hear Atlanta, I kind of, you know.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'd
We
love that
can.
dilemma. I'd love that dilemma. Valente knows someone who works for the Falcons.
I
That
would
dilemma
love
would be
to, dude. If the Falcons wanted to have me, I would love to work for them.
Hey,
That would be an
it would
awesome
make me
job.
hate the Falcons just a little bit less.
that
Just a
they
teensy
are the
bit.
best team in the NFC South.
We're not gonna have that conversation today. We're talking about the CFSL, not the NFL. You should have said that while we were yapping beforehand. Probably not, because we would have been here for an hour. But I'm learning to let some of this go. My QB1 is a Falcons fan, okay? I've mentioned this probably 3 weeks in a row.
Yes.
My QB1's a Falcons fan.
So
I can let it go if I like the person. Jordan's a great dude. David's a great dude. I think Austin's a Falcons fan.
I think so.
Yeah,
That sounds right.
I think that's a lot of the reason why I brought it up. Is
So,
he's a Falcons fan. Anyway,
David, I do have a question for you.
I'm listening.
Like, do you want to avoid the question or not?
I will answer whatever you ask me. That's a terrible thing to say, but
how does it feel? I don't know if this is statistically accurate, but it fits my agenda. To have the only corner to have more sacks and interceptions in your career.
I knew it was going to
Sorry.
get brought up.
I will also add this. In your freshman season of football, you had more pass deflections in that 1 year with one than you had interceptions your entire career.
Yeah, DP16, my guy.
Was it just a kid playing ball?
Bro looked at my player page for this. This has got to be stalking or something. Yeah, he was.
The bio's on your page.
Yeah. No, I know. I just didn't expect you to have that level of commitment to the bit.
Dog. When I tell you, it's literally above your stats is just the word, just a kid playing ball. It ain't that deep. I could read 5 words.
So, I do got a question.
Mm-hmm.
So, have you thought about your next player? And if you have, why is it going to be lore accurate to your actual size in real life?
If Mike makes a 5'7", 125-pound anything.
Oh.
Defensive tackle?
I was mainly just talking about the height, but to be fair, the 2 positions that they do have it at are 2 positions that you're ineligible to play currently. Which would be
the only 2 5'7" arcs are CB and halfback.
I believe so.
That's
no,
funny.
Not every stage is 3-star. Speedy, quick receivers. Speedy, quick receivers 5'7".
Interesting.
But only at 3-star.
How the fuck did that receiver get taller than me?
Also, if he stays up, he can be a 3-star safety at 5'7".
Okay, so what we've learned today is Kaleb doesn't touch grass. He just stares at Mike's spreadsheets all day.
Dog, I have the spreadsheet in front of me.
It is I'm looking at it now as well.
Like, dog, look. First off, you're not wrong. Second off, it's not hard information to find.
No, it's not. I just like making fun of you, Kaleb.
I have it saved just so I can look at it every time they change it.
I was gonna say I've looked at this a decent amount of times, so
and also like it's really hard to keep up with. Like if someone just upgrades from a 3-star to a 4-star, this is the easiest.
That's why I look at this so much, is we've had a decent amount of star upgrades this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and I needed 4 rosters.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure in Nick in my AD FTW, I'm sure his Google Sheets is. I'm sure he has like 4 copies of it in his Google Sheets.
Let me say something about him real quick, because I have every good word to say about him, considering I spent last season with him. He's a machine. He's a monster. You know that now. His sheet is insane.
And I avoid it at all costs.
I do too, but like I try to, at least when I'm not like when we're not talking about our numbers. His sheet is absolutely nuts. I don't know where he got it from. I don't know if it's self-made, or I don't know if it's like something he inherited from Ware or Keller.
But it's rare.
Is it?
I've heard about. I've heard enough. I've heard a lot about these rare sheets.
The more you stare at it, the less complicated it gets, and it's actually wild how deep that shit goes. And yeah, he taught me a lot, by the way. Like, I'm not just saying this because I'm not just saying that because that's my guy and I'm trying to blow smoke up his ass. No, he taught me a lot. I was under one system my entire like my entire coaching career before becoming an AD, he taught me a lot about spreading things out because I was very, I'm not gonna say the range because there's still people in the league that are a part of that system, but there's one uh AD that I used to be with, of course, that isn't no longer around, and that system in a whole, they used one range of numbers and they never left it. No matter what book they were in, it was always that range. And when I got to Bama and he started simming, he showed me an entire different range of numbers that I didn't think were ever going to be out there, that I don't think I've ever used. And if it wasn't for FTW 1979-03, I swear to God, I would not be as good as I am right now. Right
Yeah, no,
hand.
You're pretty mid.
I remember when we first used the Ohio State playbook at Iowa, nobody had used Ohio State in the past. In fact, people had written off the Ohio State playbook as a bad book. But when we drafted the Ohio State playbook, we started testing with it. We realized that it's fine. You just got to like use some unconventional numbers. You got to use some numbers that guys did not like using. So we started using that, and that's how our halfback one at the time. This was before I upgraded to 5-star. So our old halfback one, Bo Styles, I believe his name was, he went off. It was the Ohio State playbook that won Declan Murphy Offensive Player of the Year.
Oh,
It was the Ohio State playbook that carried us to the semifinals that year. And it was a playbook that everyone had written off. And now we drafted it again, and now 150 yards, 6.25 yards per carry. Just saying.
Man, if we had a good running back, he might have had 200 yards that game.
Also might have gotten in the end zone. Don't ask me how I get freaking 24 touches and not one touchdown.
Hey. I have like 6 career touchdowns as running back and like 500 career carries.
Okay, at least I have more than 6.
Look.
Kaleb.
Yes, Mr. 7 touchdowns already this season.
I scored the first touchdown as an Iowa Hawkeye once Iowa got reinstated to the league.
Mm.
So I officially have 10 touchdowns in 357 carries.
Do we want to run the numbers on that?
I give me like 20
I
seconds.
believe that's a touchdown every 3.5 plays, or no, 3.5% of the time.
3.5% of the time I score a touchdown.
10 touchdowns.
You have
and
8.
357 plays.
Your ratio is better than me. You have 18 touchdowns and 328 carries.
Yeah.
Get ratioed.
Ratio. Welcome. This is the Gen Z episode. Every episode's been the Gen Z episode. I don't know what I'm talking about.
What was you say, dog?
I was say we had Austin on last week. He's
I'm
my age. You're younger than me, and Caleb's 22, even though he wants to act like he's 35.
Bro, why are we trying to act like I'm old? I can't even say that. People thought I was in my 30s today.
You wanted to murder Murph for saying 6'7". Now you're laughing
not
at it,
wrong.
see?
Yeah, not wrong. No, I'm laughing at the fact that I definitely remember that, and I definitely was not going to follow through, but I definitely was going to threaten it.
All right. Anyway, we're 18 minutes in. You want to get started with all the itinerary stuff?
Let's I think we've got to know our guest, Mr. Climbs.
Yep.
I think it's time for us to let's react to the week. So instead of reacting to all 12 games like we did last week, which totally went well for us.
Totally.
We're gonna lock into 5 games.
Mm.
We're gonna start off. We'll start off with Michigan TCU.
Yeah. So the reason we're doing 5 games this week, by the way, is because what we're trying to do is the guests that we have on, we do our 3 games. But considering Alabama and Notre Dame played each other, that takes one off because it's our game,
Yeah.
All right. So the new formula so that way we're not reaching 3 hours is 6 games per week. This week it's 5 because we played each other. And yeah. So hopefully we don't yap enough to get to
3 hours.
3 hours.
We respect
Anyway.
David enough for some reason not to do that.
Michigan TCU.
Michigan TCU.
Who wants to start?
Any takers, or should I?
I'll start. Why not? Okay.
We called this game, so
Yeah,
I know this game.
It's a lot easier for us to do. So First off, I gotta make a bold statement, bold prediction. TCU is gonna be that team that can beat anyone at any moment. And I'm not saying that they will beat Texas, but I would not be surprised if they do.
Ooh, that's a little hot.
I think look, I'm in the 2 games that I've seen from D. I think D is one of
I
those
think
guys that will literally work his ass off to pinpoint your numbers and do whatever it takes, even if it's unconventional for him.
I want to give them so much credit, dude. Like,
And I know
what
Controller's the
they,
same way, obviously.
yeah, what they do offensively. Do you know who this team genuinely is?
TCU or
This is
Texas?
TCU. We're watching season 24 Tennessee.
Yeah, we are. No, we are for sure.
This is
I'm
a season 24 Tennessee.
I'm behind that.
Quarterback who's a run heavy with a great running back in the backfield, a weakness at receiver, an okay tight end, and a not great defense running a read option book. That is quite literally textbook season 24 Tennessee.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So there you
Now,
go, new ADs. If you need a formula to win games easily.
if you want to win games as a rebuilding team, run the ball with your quarterback, not your running back, because as we've seen from Mitchell Davis, it doesn't work.
It doesn't. 254.
Anyway, uh, yeah, I think like I gotta give all the credit in the world to TCU for the fight they had in that game and D putting out a great game plan. But I had a really good feeling that Michigan was gonna shake back after that first loss because of, again, still don't know if I'm even allowed to bring up the reasons why it was so lopsided that week.
I
Not
wouldn't.
going to, but again, everyone knows this by now. There's reasons why Michigan wasn't as good as they should be. And in week 2, the reasons why they weren't that good in week 1 weren't there anymore. So they had their team, they had everybody where they needed to be, and they did exactly what they needed to do. Cannon kept it clean. The defense did amazing. Radloff, of course, still being a freaking 6'8", however big freak that he is. Yeah, Michigan. I think Michigan's gonna be a sleeper team this year for the reason that Ike is Ike. Even though that team's like roster quality isn't the best compared to other teams, I think that Michigan's gonna be in a good spot. Shout out to Ike. Shout out to Moochie. Me and Moochie had a little bit of a talk after week 1. I just really loved how classy they kept it in a bad spot, and even last week when they won, they still, kept it classy, and it was fun to watch. I already knew it was gonna be fun to watch because I love both D and Ike for that reason. Next, Caleb, David, somebody.
Next, we will go to we'll hit Timu versus LSU.
Timu.
Timu, that's Cade. Clock it. No, but this was my pick to throw in here, and that's because on paper, if you just look at the score, it looks like standard Texas A&M blowout, move on next week. But if you actually watched the game, which I was bored after practice, I was watching this game. The first half was all LSU.
Yes.
The halftime score, I believe, was like 17-24, but the
24-17,
LSU
yes.
defense was keeping Drew Axis under wraps. They were keeping that Texas A&M team locked down. They were controlling the game. Benjamin Lucier looked primed out there, and that first half LSU team was a very different one than was prominent for the second half. The second half was just all Texas A&M. Every aspect of the game was all Texas A&M. So it was very interesting to see. I think it was a really good first half showing for LSU. It proves that they have the ability to win football games, and it was also a great showing for Texas A&M to prove that if their back is against the ropes, they can bounce back. They have the clutch gene. They can win games that are close, and that will take them far so that Cade can lose another national championship.
To Notre Dame, yep. No, but this was another game Valente and I both had the pleasure of calling.
I might
Shout
have
out
to
my
change the
broadcast.
title of this episode. There's a lot of
What?
shots going around. By the way, Netflix just decided to go black on me again. There we go. Now we're back.
No, this is another game we called. This
Yep.
is a fun one to call. Like Valente and I had talked. We thought this was. We had 2 games we were worried about blowouts
hmm
and figuring out how to fill a void if we have to find entertainment. Because, respectfully, being on YouTube, that sometimes can happen.
More
Especially
often
as
than
you,
Twitch, but
especially
it
as you get
happens.
later into, especially when you get later in the week,
hmm
which I think everyone has realized the worse and worse games get pushed later and later
hmm
into the week. Is we have to have backup plans. This was not that close of a game, but yet we always had something going on. Like there was always something to talk about. You know, Lillian Pageant, the best pageant, pageant had a great game. I mean, Gage Zander Martell played great. Red Hawk was murdering people.
Yep.
Or sound out $100 bill Franklin Benjamin even.
Benji
Like
Franklin Benjamin. Love that guy. Insane.
this was a entertaining game through and through that Texas A&M actually had to go instead of being able to walk up, show up, and win. They had to actually go and play the game and win. And there's a very big difference.
hmm Yeah. Texas A&M usually runs through opponents in this early slate if they're given teams that are, let's just be honest, a little bit weaker on the talent side. Like, let's be honest, LSU's in a bit of a rebuild scenario. They lost a lot of talent after Lars stepped down, due to graduation and transfers, of course. But they held their own, and I think that is going to be a huge sentiment as to what we're going to see out of LSU. Now, I don't know all of their remaining schedule, but depending on what it looks like, we could be seeing another sneaky LSU playoff like hunt from them. I'm not sure. We'll talk more about that, I guess, whenever we get to the predictions.
Yeah.
Next.
Colorado and Penn State. Another one-score game, which was the trend this week. We had 8 this week as well, putting a total of 15 of the 24 games we've had in the first 2 weeks of the season as one-score games.
Yeah.
Which is a crazy statistic when you're talking conference draft OOC games.
Yeah.
Normal OOC, I could get it, but messed up OOC because of conference drafts, that's not perfect, and you're getting this many one-score ball games.
Okay, another thing. Let's put it this way. Colorado wasn't the first place team out of the Big 12 last season. They're getting the first place schedule.
Yes.
And they're doing a pretty good job with it. All right, carry on.
But Colorado beats Penn State.
Yep.
A big part was Quincy Asher, shocker,
Yep.
who is up for Player of the Week, but also breaks the all-time modern era receiving yards and receptions record this week.
Yep.
One of 2 modern era records. 2 of the 3 modern era records broken this week, which is insane that we had 3 separate ones broken
on the
this
same
week.
day. Same day.
On the same day.
I believe like 5 minutes apart too.
No, because Penn State Rado was the second game.
Was it?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. It
was the second game.
It was a good Thursday night in terms of like record.
Thursday nights have been outstanding football.
Yeah. And I think that, has a lot to do with totally not the uniqueness of the league, but the competitiveness that we were talking about.
That
you completely schooled
this
me
week, this week completely has backed my entire argument.
so far.
But, no, both teams played well. It was, I think, just a case of Colorado won this night. But I will say this. If you gave me this game every single week, I would be very happy to watch this game every single week.
Absolutely, yeah.
I think
Go ahead,
no, you good, man. I think the big thing for this game was that Colorado, no one had control of this game. It was impossible to control this game.
Right.
This is hydrogen bomb versus hydrogen bomb.
I think the biggest lead at any point was 10 points at the end of the game. It got to 10 points one time. Yes, it is, because Penn State scored a touchdown.
I thought it was 10-0 Colorado at the start.
It might have been, but at any point, the biggest lead was 10.
Yeah,
No matter what, 10 points was the biggest differential.
right. Anyway, continue, sir.
This really proves to me that this Colorado team has the clutch gene.
Yeah.
I would have, before this week, I would have never pinned Colorado in the CFSL as a team to have a clutch team, as a team to like be. I'm not even going to ask what just happened for you, Caleb. I would have never pinned Colorado as a. God damn it! I would have never pinned Colorado as a clutch team. I would have never pinned him as a clutch team. Until this week, I would have never picked Colorado to go far because I think they lose 50-50 games like this. Until now,
Yeah, and
this Colorado team is different.
to add on to what you said, I probably would have given Colorado more of the klutz gene than the clutch gene. Because if you look at how they lost last week, the fake punt pick six, by the way, like that's probably happened only once before. First of all, like the gutsy play calling, incredible. The gutsy play calling not going your way is even worse.
Yes.
So, yeah, I think before this week you could have said Colorado had the klutz gene, and now you're starting to question if they have that clutch gene now. I think Sky's gotten a lot better. I think, especially after last season, I think people are really taking like Colorado seriously to a different level that we haven't seen before, because now they're out of that Big 12 mold where they're kind of that third place team below Texas and Texas A&M. I think that's really helping them out, as they're breaking out of that shell, and now people can see Colorado for Colorado and not Colorado as a part of this really steep Big 12. Anyway, next.
Michigan State University versus the University of Georgia. Shout out Declan Murphy. He was by far the best offensive player to step on the field for Michigan State. Followed up by Kane Harris, King Love, Kevin Gray, Brakeem Alvarez. Everyone on this offense at a primary position of quarterback and receiver showed out. Everyone else just bums.
What was his name? Jimmy Ruiz, the walk-on running back?
I think so. Bald.
Incredible.
Oh, also Manny Mercy was a monster.
Yeah, that guy too. Yeah, he's all right. Anyway, David, do you want to go first or last on this one, since this is your game?
I'll go first. I'll refrain from talking about the elephant in the room offense wise for Michigan State. I'll let you guys handle that one, but I will say something actually insightful. Michigan State, and I'm kind of exposing our own weakness by saying this, we are proving ourselves as a second half team. Against TCU last week, we were losing at halftime. We rallied back, made it a one-score game. That was a close game against TCU. This week against UGA, we are losing at halftime. Second half, we explode. We come out on the field. We dominate. We win the football game. We have been priming ourselves for comebacks, which is not fun to say because that is scary. But we have proven that we are a second half football team. So if you're losing at the end of the first, you can kiss your ass goodbye.
Well, interesting. That was another game we got to call, I believe.
Hey man, we called it. David was talking bad about the commentators for some reason after the game, I heard. But we'll
Yeah, they were
address
like
that
pretty
later.
good, surprisingly. I was not expecting much from
You were
these two
supposed to talk
nobodies.
shit. You were supposed to talk shit, not compliment us.
We were
Like,
kind of like trying to forget Manny Mercy for a second, and then he's just like being all humble and shit. Like, what?
bro, come on, take your shots.
Now, if you want me to glaze someone, I could talk about Dad all night. Declan Murphy, father of everyone. But I'll let you guys have a turn. I've been talking too much.
I want to make something clear.
Mm.
Never mind. My stat was about to be wrong. Damn it.
I want to make something clear. Nikolai Storm might be 4-time All-American.
He very well might be Nikolai Stormer's daddy.
He's pretty damn good. He's pretty damn good.
Would I put it that way? No. But pretty close, for sure. To father.
And Nikolai Storm is damn good.
Incredible. I
Like-
got him for one season. And this is the thing, like I said, I think the best thing I can do like for a team is know what to do with the safety. We played Nikolai Storm at strong safety a lot last season, and that helped. Like, he got over 10 tackles a game. He forced a fumble, I believe, every other game. I mean, he had like 4 interceptions or something like that. No, he had 4 forced fumbles and 2 interceptions, or 4 interceptions and 2 forced fumbles, something like that. He was incredible, and I imagine
4 and
that's
2.
still happening.
4 interceptions, 2 forced fumbles, 2 touchdowns.
Gotcha. Okay. Either way, absolute freaking legend. 3-time All-American. Gonna be 4. If he keeps the pace he's at, gonna be 4. Absolutely nuts. That secondary, like we talked about on the broadcast, Caleb, that secondary is the strong point of that defense with
Very much, yeah.
Goomba, Bonifacio Ocasio, and Nick and Nikolai Storm.
It's only getting better, by the way. Just
You
saying.
know what I'm doing? What does this mean?
Cinema.
Absolute cinema.
Absolute fucking cinema, baby.
If someone wants to like clip my face and put me on that GIF, by the way, I wouldn't hate it. I actually really want that to happen. So
Tennessee
get-
beating
we can get Nico
Alabama.
on that.
Absolute cinema.
yeah, we're about 37-ish minutes in.
He said yeah. He said yeah. He said yeah. He said yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He said yeah. Tennessee beating Alabama.
I
Absolute cinema.
didn't even hear that. I didn't even hear that. I was say we're 37 minutes in. If anyone wants to clip that, just remember 37 minutes. Gotcha. All right. Next.
The final game. Valente, you want to talk first to last about this game?
Since I came in last, I might as well go last.
Damn, that's what you did. We had Notre Dame, Alabama. The second time Notre Dame and Alabama has played in this 2-year span, and it is 1-1. Alabama boat raced this last year, and it looked for a while that was going to be the case again. As entering halftime, it was 17-7. I'm pretty sure at one point it got to 24-7 though.
I think
think it got to 24-7 at some point. And just like MSU, we were a second half team. And ended up winning the second half 35-21, winning the game 42-38. And I want to say this, Alabama balled out. Shout out Walker Bellamy. Shout out, I'm going to say his name again because he's an annoying. Mateo Macias. Again, had a monster game. Up to 7 touchdowns on the season already. Which is ridiculous to say. Shout out Dakota Dunn. Also had a monster game. And Booper King. But damn, it feels good to win this game. It feels like week 1 Notre Dame team, the week 1 OSU win for us was big because it's the first week 1 game. I can't say
Rec
that.
State.
Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna say last year was week 1. I felt really set our seasons off for success. Because that, I think, proves to everyone that Notre Dame could win football games again. Coming off of back-to-back 0-8 seasons. And winning week 1 by double digits, I think, really set a step in the right direction before we went to win 4 games. The feeling in this locker room is still higher than any point it was last year, which is insane to say. Because after we beat Miami and said, yeah, we can beat anyone on any given day, the vibes were electric. And this speaks a lot to what Valente's done in 2 years at Alabama, what I'm about to say. So take what I'm about to say is Alabama is seen as a contender this year to win a natty. That's the truth. They are in the upper echelon of teams walking in that a lot of people had a lot of expectations for. They won the SEC last year. They beat at Tennessee and Auburn last year. They are in the upper echelon of teams. So us coming back and beating Bama, I think, really put it on the map. It doesn't look bad for Alabama at all, too, is the thing. There's a lot of games where if it's one team, not really. It doesn't. I've not seen anyone lose hope in Bama. But it's a monumental win, and it's the biggest win I think this Notre Dame team has had in the last few seasons. Which once again speaks a lot to what Valente's done at Alabama. Is we beat FSU and Miami last year, and I still would argue this is the biggest win of the modern era rookie run.
I
So
truly think. You want to go V or do you want?
Let David
yeah,
go. Let David. Oh,
yeah. Just because I want to like don't not forget this thought about the whole not changing of people's opinion on Bama. I don't like to speak for other people, but I try to think from other people's perspective a little bit. I do think that I won't say it drops us any like tier or anything like that, but I do think that the comeback aspect of it might mess with
hey,
people's mind.
it might mess with it, but Avery, great team, has given up a comeback. It feels like.
Okay, now David, you can go because I'm gonna yap my ass off.
Yeah, and I'm sure we're gonna get more poetry, more absolute cinema, if you will, once you get the mic. But I just want to, I really quick, I wrote in my notes about this game. The quarterbacks in y'all's games was electric. I think we
Yes.
probably have like 2 offensive player of the year candidates facing off that week. Cooper King, who I basically spent the entirety of last season glazing in my SEC blog articles when I did those, went off, couple hundred yards, 4 touchdowns, creating on the ground. Same is said for Kai Avery. Total domination through the
He's
air,
a
on the
monster.
ground, everything. It was absolute. It was like watching prime Tom Brady and prime Peyton Manning. It was that level of quarterback play being played during that game, and I think it was really like if you put anyone else in those 2 QB spots except for maybe Declan Murphy, like it's just not the same football game. It is very difficult to compete with the level
Hey,
of composure that those 2 played with.
I love Kai. He's a good friend of mine. I've known him for a bit.
Yeah.
So when we landed him, it was electric because we were still in the running for Drew Axis, and I basically sold Wookie on let's not play games. This is our guy. And I will say this: if he would have come out here and put up 2 stinkers, I would look so bad right now because argued for the behalf of Kai Avery because it's get Kai Avery, who's the number 3 and number 4 quarterback in the class, walking in.
I think he was 3.
I think he was 3. Or go try to stay alive for the GT. It feels like stay alive for the GT and play that long game, but we agreed we also just wanted to get quarterback done with. Because at the end of the day, there was going to be recruits who wanted to know who was actually going to be the quarterback.
Right.
And he has proven that he is right now statistically the best freshman quarterback.
Yeah.
He's the only one without a turnover,
Mm-hmm.
I think. He's 2-0, which a lot of actually freshmen are 2-0. It's 3 or 4 of them are actually undefeated early on.
Emerson's not. Axis is.
Axis, Dale,
Dale.
and Avery are all 3 are undefeated.
Mm.
D almost was, but
Yeah.
Michigan ended up squeaking out that game.
Yeah.
But we are looking at what has so far been an outstanding season from Kai. I love that man. I'm very happy he's here. He's a quarterback where it's like you don't want to have to play him. And it's
Right.
rare a non-GT freshman is like that. I think he has quickly rose into the I don't want to deal with that problem because he does everything exceptionally.
Yeah. Now, start up real quick before I start yapping. I will say I was very confident in us in this game, but I also had the lingering thoughts in the back of my mind about the playbook. Because I'd noticed a lot in specifically this week. I didn't think too much of it last week because a lot of our sims were blowout wins. In this week, I realized I was seeing a lot more screens. And don't get me wrong, a screen can be good. Too much of them, on the other hand.
The screen king right here, by the way. My running back is kind of the goat at screens.
Yeah,
This is pretty damn
you are pretty good
proven
at
at this
screens.
point. I'm not great on the ground, but goddamn, if you put me in the open field on a screen, I'm getting you 10 yards.
And this is another one of those Johnny versus Caleb things where it's like, hey, Gator Gillespie's really freaking good at screens too. Um, it's true. But
Well, yeah, part though, which is the funny part.
yeah,
He's a
he's
sophomore,
a
I'm a
sophomore,
junior.
you're junior. But um, I saw a lot of screens in that, and I was like, okay, if we get a big lead, we are liable to start throwing more screens, and when we start throwing more screens, we're not going to stop. That's how the book is. So we got that big lead. Okay, I wasn't very happy. You can go back and watch the YouTube game from the exact time slot of Notre Dame, Alabama. Nothing changed. Because I've learned, especially through my time at Texas, nothing is finished until it's finished. Because we had a huge lead in 2 back-to-back games at Texas and blew them both and lost. So I knew going into this game, I'm like, okay, we can get a big lead, but the very moment we get a big lead, that book's going to get conservative, and no matter what happens, it's not going to let go. So it kept, every time third down came, screen. And I'm not trying to take away from anything from Notre Dame because Walker Bellamy is really hard to stop, number one. And credit to y'all for stopping that. I'm sure you also realized it too. I knew that we were going to be able to sack Kai Avery a lot. I was hoping that it was going to be enough to keep y'all from killing us on third down. And I'll talk more about this guy later on because he's going to be my player of the week. But there was one man specifically that destroyed us on third down and killed our chances. I won't say killed our chances, but kept y'all
That's alive.
alive in that race. And all credit goes to Keanu King, and we'll talk more about him later on.
No one else you want to give a shout out to?
No.
No.
Kai
No,
Avery. Kai Avery's good, but David already said it, so.
no one else.
Vontae Davis.
Not David Yates or Cameron Storm.
I'll shout
Not
out
your boy
Cameron Storm
Mort.
because it's Mort. Yeah.
Not a number 30 at Notre Dame.
Shout out to Mort.
Not a
30.
number 30.
You have a walk on that we're 30?
Not a guy who had still ended up with 147 total yards and a touchdown still.
Damn, only
And what was
147? I got
I mean,
150.
did you have a touchdown though?
Hey, touchdowns are optional.
I thought Bellamy had 158, but that's just me.
Bellamy had more than 158 total yards.
What's his name? Dante Reed. Great guy.
Are you not going to give this to me?
You.
Come on, I'm Mitchell Davis. You know, a little over 100 yards from entering top 5 all time in Notre Dame history in rushing.
Never.
Man,
Mm.
I gave Mateus a shout out, and you can't even
I'm
give
joking. I'm joking. Okay, I'm joking. Now that you mentioned that, I do gotta give it to you. Yeah, you're unstoppable. But you said it. You said it yourself. The screens, like you're really great at
I
screens.
do so much damage on them.
And here's the thing. I think we had numbers that forced y'all into screens a little bit more than y'all would have liked too. But you're just so good at executing them. It's like, okay, well, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Like
I
here's the thing.
forgot there was one game. There was one game last year where it was
Look,
like 3rd and 18, and we ran a screen, and I got it. And the response from the AD, I think it was either I think SC.
looking at my sheet right now, we
It was
put
either
in
USC or it was Grin. It was either Jacob or Grin, and I just remember them saying, "God damn it, we saw this all the time. I hate you, Mitchell Davis."
between between me,
Biggest form
Ghoul,
of flattery.
Yes.
Ghoul, and 4CD, we put in 43 sims. And a lot of those did have I feel like we were able to make the Utah playbook throw a little bit more screens than it should. Now, I think we were really close to where you guys were at because I think the result that we got was either us winning the way y'all did or you winning the way y'all did.
Yeah.
And at that point, like here's the thing. Sim 101, if you're winning 100% of your sims, you're not doing it right. So, I got to a point where I was winning about a little more than half and then saying, "Okay, now we leave the rest to the sim gods."
Yeah.
And y'all put in a great game plan to counteract that and y'all won.
Yeah.
Simple as that. You can't win them all. We're not Texas. We're not Texas. Can't win them all. Even Texas can't win them all. Right? They're losing next week.
No.
We'll get on to we'll talk about that next week. All right. Moving on.
Your team of the week. Now, what you decide as your team of the week can vary.
Mhm.
Most impressive win, most dominating win, best performance. There's a million different things that can qualify for for
Critique
team
it
of the
your
week.
way. Critique it your way.
Critique it the way you want to critique it.
Who wants to go
Who
first?
is there any volunteers on who goes first?
I can go
Nope.
first if y'all want me to.
All right,
I
cool.
don't care.
Cool.
I'll go first, and I'm gonna sit up a little and try not to barf when I say this one. My team of the week is Michigan. We're good. We're good. My
He lived.
being for real, my team of the week is Michigan, and that's largely because they were not like in a favorable matchup going to week 1. They did not win week 1. They had basically the least hype around them going into week 2 against a red hot TCU team coming off of a huge win against that amazing Michigan State team. They had a lot on their plate this week. And when they stepped up, they got on the field and they played Michigan football. They controlled the game the whole time. Like whenever, they controlled the options that TCU was running. They controlled everything. It was a low-scoring defensive game. Big Ten football. I guess they're not Big Ten anymore, but the essence of Big Ten football through that Michigan team, and they bounced back, snagged a win. Michigan is my team of the week. I need to go apologize to Nick and Goomba real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah,
You want to go next?
I'll go next. Kaleb, you're gonna like this just because of who they beat. My team of the week is North Carolina. You're welcome. You stole mine last week.
Yeah.
The reason for this is look, North Carolina, they won their game last week in good fashion, comeback and all that. There was 3 comebacks last week, so you could say, oh, well, they earned the comeback. This week, they didn't need a comeback. They were from the very start, they were in the lead. They held that lead. They oh my god, they extended that lead incredibly. They won 44-17. Johnny Hancock threw 4 interceptions. So he's not going to be my player of the week. But the fact that you can throw 4 interceptions and still win a game by 27 points, almost at 24, almost look really dumb. Was it 27? Yeah, 27 points. 27 points is mighty impressive. So I'm going with North Carolina. Now, Caleb,
Yep.
since I
Mine,
stole yours,
I really can't believe I'm about to say this, and I can't believe Valente is going to end up making me say this because I want to highlight a team we haven't talked about yet. Never in my days would I think I'd be saying Texas is my team of the week. Yeah.
that's
So
another
here's
good one.
why. Here's why. I know Texas was kind of expected to win this game, but here's why. There's a bit of an expectation, but at the end of the day, this is controller's first big win at Texas. Right?
Yep.
Week 1, they played Oregon. That's an expected victory. They were expected to beat Oregon
Mhm.
and did what they were supposed to do. DT's not an easy guy to beat in this league with his airplane of a sim room.
I've always
And
heard his sim room sounds like a Boeing 747.
yes, it is. It is bad. And to come back and win this game, they had to come back in order to win. And it's so great fight from Texas that they still have, and they continue their win streak with a monumental win because it's the first major win in this new era they find themselves in.
Yep.
Because yes, the win streak's alive, but it's with a pretty much a completely different staff now. There's still pieces that carry over,
Mm-hmm.
like Flash, for example.
Mm-hmm.
But you have a
Kaleb.
new AHC. You
Yep.
have a new AD, which is the
Yep.
big one.
Yep.
And being able to have your first big win be the Red River game is a massive, monumental victory.
It's a perfect way to transition.
Yes.
Yeah. Agreed.
I'm yeah, and I'm gonna take a quick moment to shout out Controller. Controller is my boy.
I love
He
Controller.
was
Love him.
our I think defensive coordinator at Iowa the year that we went to the semis. I tried to tell. I wouldn't say I tried. I mentioned that he is a machine. He is a robot.
Sim Wizard, your exact words.
No one believed him. No one believed me. And then he took Oregon way further in the playoffs than they realistically should have. And now he's at Texas. And if you want to beat Texas, you need to beat Controller. You are not simming to beat Texas. You are simming to beat Controller. And that is
I
like
think that has
where we are.
drastically been a lot of my big change, honestly, from viewing game planning over the last few weeks. It's no longer about beating the team; it's about beating the person running the team.
Mm-hmm.
That's how
Because
good the people running teams
AD,
are.
that's how some good people are. Is it doesn't matter what the team is, you have to beat who they are.
Caleb,
Having the team helps.
I've learned a lot about Wookie over the last season and a half. And what you told me, I knew he was going to do that. I knew he was going to do that.
Yeah.
So,
So it's not about beating the man. It's not about beating the team. It's about beating the staff behind the team.
for sure.
Anyways, we have done our team of the week. Who was your sleeper player of the week?
Yeah, so basically anyone that didn't make that ballot.
Yeah.
I'll go
You want
first.
to say, I
I'll go
know you
first.
have one.
I'll go first because I've already talked about him slightly a little bit. Keanu freaking King. Number one, absolute dog. First of all, there's a lot of stacked talent on that team, so it was very hard to single out one receiver specifically. But this past week, 5 receptions, 165 yards, 2 touchdowns. Now, I don't think that he should have made the ballot, but I do think he's the first person off the list behind Quincy Asher. I do think Quincy Asher getting that record also played a lot of role of him getting onto that ballot. But Keanu King was the dagger in the back of Alabama twice. I don't know if it was Keanu King who got the touchdown to take the lead before the game-winning touchdown.
It
I think
was Dante got the one before that.
okay. And
And
then,
then Keanu hit the dagger.
yeah, Keanu had 2 touchdowns,
Oh, no,
165
it was
yards.
Jess, I think, actually, who had the one before. It
Maybe.
was one of them. It was, bro, receiver room so
One of
nice.
Somebody got in the end zone.
Yeah,
Just
somebody
saying.
got
Somebody
in
got
the end
in.
zone.
Somebody got in.
Yeah. 5 receptions, 165 yards, 2 touchdowns. Insane game from Keanu King, and I got to give him his credit where credit is due because he deserves it. And yeah,
I need to go make sure my guy's not on the ballot real quick. I have my guy, but I'm like, wait, did he actually sneak into this ballot? So
I can go. I can go while you're
Okay,
checking
go
that,
ahead.
Caleb.
Go ahead.
And if any of the RC party guys are listening, I wish I had a timestamp for you, but you're gonna want to skip past this part of the video. My underrated player of the week for an underwhelming performance is Declan Murphy. Declan Murphy
Wow.
threw 16 of 28 passes for 171 and 3 scores. He also added 44 on the ground.
yeah,
That
I
is not
expected that.
that is not a Declan Murphy stat line. However, he did not make any mistakes. He did not fumble the football. He did not turn the football over. And that is the big deal. 28 attempts for Declan is the lowest number of pass attempts he's had since September 9th, 2025. Season 24 in a loss to Clemson.
His offensive player
Which,
of
by the
year.
way, every time Iowa played Clemson, that was ridiculous. So that if that tells you anything, he played a different brand of football. And if season 24 means anything, season 24 is when Iowa went to the semifinals. He played season 24 Iowa football, not Declan Murphy air it out football.
Yeah.
He played to win, not to light up the stat sheet. And that's why I'm giving him the player of the week, because he still scored 3 touchdowns on only 171 yards. He only threw 28 attempts. He played to win.
I think that's the best reasoning that we've ever given a player to win this so far is that they didn't need to do, like, they could have done a lot more, but with the opportunity they were given, they did a lot. I think that's the best reasoning we've ever gotten so far.
Shout out
And
to Dad.
I would say we've done 8 of these technically since the 3 that we're doing now, the 3 last week, and then the 2 me and Caleb did. Oh wait, no.
Yeah.
We didn't have one in week 1 because we
could.
Yeah, we did.
We did newcomer games.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
mine. I had to double check this, and this is the complete opposite of what David just said. I have a guy who tried to do everything in a losing manner, but it's not his fault. He lost.
I already know.
You know who it is, because even the other team was like, "Can he stop carrying this damn football? Because he's the only reason this is a ball game, and it's Dre money."
Oh, that's not where I thought you were going with that.
Where do you think I was going?
I thought you were going Michael Amber.
No, Dre Money was trying everything he could in that game. He was pulling read options. He was scrambling. He had 144 yards. Didn't score a touchdown. Didn't score a touchdown.
How many attempts?
He 24.
I was going to say there was at least 11 back to back. I'm not even lying.
Dog, I swear to God, there was a drive where it was either a handoff to Juju Creed or Dre Money was going for 10 yards. And Moochie's just in chat like, can we please just make them hand it off? I'm tired of seeing this quarterback run better than anyone else.
And I was going to say, he was making sure that
Money, he tried. Like, it's the complete opposite.
Sure that he never had eye contact with Harry Radloff, and that's what I love about it.
Like, it is quite literally the complete opposite of the Declan Murphy reasoning of he played to win football. Dre Money played to win, but he had to do it himself.
Yeah.
He had no wide receiver have more than 2 catches. His running backs had 5 and 6 catches. His leading wide receiver, was his tight end with 2 catches, 21 yards.
Dre Money played hero ball. Dre Money played hero ball.
And I respect it.
Yeah, he played hero ball to a T.
I love
Alright.
that.
Yeah. Next.
And now it's time for everyone's favorite part. The questions
Oh
that
Lord.
we answer.
Q&A.
We Q&A, and we have
It was.
a lot of questions.
Okay. Do you want me to
I'm
start?
just that special.
We have
You have
22.
one. You have one you want to start with.
Yeah, we have 22. I'm going from question number 1.
I'm jumping around so we can save
Okay.
the better questions for the end.
Okay.
So you want me to handle this?
Yeah. Go ahead. Actually, yeah, you got
By
it.
far the worst question that was asked.
Sorry.
Why is your guest this week so hot? I'd like to apologize. Austin was last week, not this week.
I'm flattered personally. I think I've been working on it. The acne's clearing up. The hair. I've been finally figuring it out. I don't think there's an RC party, but
Have
about
you
a year
Have you
ago,
been looks maxing?
sure, buddy. About a year ago, I had like the Justin Bieber swoosh haircut, and it was not working. I finally switched. My hair's not done right now, hence why I'm wearing a hat. But I finally figured out my hair. Acne's clearing up. Like I appreciate it.
So-
Shout out to whoever sent that question in. Hey man.
Who could it have
David.
been?
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway.
I will add, we were not going to answer every single question.
If it's been
Also,
talked about,
If it's been talked about, I didn't mention them because I unironic, but a lot of them tie into each other or next segment. Also, if you ask multiple questions, like I'll just mention it, the guy we're going to next is our good friend Coda Ghoul.
Yep.
We may not cover every question. Because at the end of the day, taking out a few, we're still at 19 with taking the first few out.
Mm-hmm.
Ghoul has a question for me and Valente of how have you guys enjoyed being in the booth together so far, and where do you think you can improve in the booth?
Okay.
I have hated it. I need a
So
new broadcast partner.
wow. Okay, I was about
I'm
to like
kidding.
go into this strategically planned and everything, but no.
I love it. Valente's been my guy. He's who got me in this league. I think Wednesday and Thursday nights are fun for everyone but Frosty.
Frosty's
I
not gonna watch this. But like on the off chance that he just decides to and skips to the point where he hears this, we're so sorry.
we're sorry, Frosty.
Very sorry.
We know by week 8 you're gonna be ready for us to get out of your booth.
I think he's already ready
It's only been 1 week. We missed week 1, and that bought him a week of being able to stand us.
You gotta think, man.
If we would have been around week 1, he would be done.
You gotta think.
But
Baby Frosty plus Valente and Kaleb shenanigans.
Yes. I think mine is just my big thing is slowing down. I think I can get too fast at times.
Yeah.
And talk too fast. Also, reading chat, something I should be better at.
I will say I've gotten a little better at reading chat. And I was gonna say, why don't we answer this for each other? Because I feel
Do you
like
want to?
yeah, I feel like you already said it for me was slowing it down.
Yeah.
And this is something that a lot of people have told me is that like when you're doing color, you do need to have your timing right, but you need to slow it down. Like a lot of people keep a sticky note that says "slow it down, dipshit" in front of them, just to let them know.
I think for you that's not slowed down, and it's something you and I talked about the other night too. And it's a very minor thing, but
me,
I've mentioned it for you is just
yeah,
the ref.
yeah.
We
That's the big thing.
try
Frosty
not to
pointed
talk
that out.
over the ref,
And
it feels like at times you will try to talk instead of let the ref make their comments. I think you're just a little scared of us not fully controlling the airtime
yeah,
with wording, and feel like you have to
I think
always have one of us talking.
now I kind of want to add on to this. What's something you think you've improved on a lot? Because I know mine.
Defensive players. I think I've gotten a lot better about defensive players.
I think it comes a lot more naturally just by doing play by play, but I think the energy's gotten a lot better for me.
Yeah, I'd say so. I'd say so.
Let's say it's a lot easier to get hyped up when you're directly calling what's
Yes.
going on
Yes.
instead
Hell,
of
even
being like,
I'll step in. I'll step in here for a
yeah,
second. Hell, from the RC party back in whenever the hell it was to now, you've gotten like so much more energetic.
I
Like
think it's just your confidence has started to. I
bro is
think you're just
feeling himself, and I'm
confident.
here for it.
I think
talk
you're
about it
just.
now because I'm not trying to like pull the heartstrings or pity or whatever, but I will say there are a lot of like underlying things that go on with me. It basically it starts with me getting comfortable around everybody else before I
Yes.
get like really out there. So yeah, and I've
I think
realized like
it's.
if I don't get comfortable around people, I'm just gonna fall behind. I don't want to fall behind, you
I
know?
think you're just more confident now than you were even 4 months ago in this league.
Yeah.
Like, I've known you for a long time. Not to take a shot at you, confidence has never been your big thing.
No, I'd tell you the same thing.
And I think you're finding your confidence, which is huge for you. Which is, I feel egotistical saying this, but I feel like my confidence has always just been there.
Yeah, it has.
Which I just because that's what I am. That's
Yeah.
who I've always been.
Say like I kind of got like I won't say thrown to the wolves, but I will say like I didn't deal with a lot of pressure beforehand. Now
Yeah.
I put a lot of pressure on myself, and I think that's why it got easier for me over time. As I realized that like it's gonna be there every week.
Yeah.
You gotta get with the times or get behind it. So
Pressure
I
can be
chose to
just
get
as
with it.
healthy. Pressure can be just as healthy as it is unhealthy sometimes. I mean,
It
pressure makes
is.
diamonds.
I think if you ever have to question if I am confident or not, go find the OC party I was on.
Oh no, yeah. We the great pineapple debate, right?
Oh
Like,
my lord!
there's
I
the
think that's like the
confidence.
second longest RC party
It
with
is.
There's
y'all.
never been an issue with my confidence. You know, I've won one award in this league, and it's an OC party award for a reason.
I voted for you, and I was on the ballot. I voted for you.
I'll be honest. I saw that, and I'm like, dog. If I don't win,
There was no way you weren't winning that. I was gonna say like you
but what do you think I've improved on? Because you listened to I think my first set of games.
delivery, just delivery. Like your timing and delivery is exactly where it needs to be. For sure.
Shout out Boda with the great question.
Goated
Shout out
question.
Boatman.
Boatman.
As the guy in the cuck chair for that question, goated question.
That was a great question.
I
And
real
wild.
really love the emphasis on how you know laid that one out. Puck chair? Nice.
First question.
That's not the first time we've said that on this podcast, by the way.
It's not.
Really?
No. It's
No,
the
and
second.
it won't be the last.
It definitely won't be. Anyway.
First question from Austin. Austin had a few great ones. We talked about our team of the week. What was our most disappointing team of the week?
Oof.
Oh,
I'll start us off.
I need to look.
I am huge on if you're gonna talk, back it up. And this could drive into the fact that week 8 exists. The amount of talk I think that came out of Clemson to lose 44-17.
You stole mine.
you stole mine
is,
too.
I think you can piggyback on this one, I'd say. Because trying to find 3 disappointing teams. If I think Clemson got to the top 4 spot that I think they had earned. And finally, the hardest part about getting to that pedestal is staying on it. And you can't finally get there and go on to lose by 27 points. The first game you reach your top 5 minutes will finally.
All right. I think I got one. I'm going to say Oklahoma.
Whoa.
Ooh.
This past week or this season?
Weak.
Oklahoma.
Whoa.
And don't get me wrong, I love Oklahoma. You know, not a lot of people do, but I love DT. I think the way they started out, the way they had started out, the way Amber's been doing, the way their offense has been doing has been incredible. But their defense, usually it's them trying to figure out their offensive identity for the first weeks of the season, and they have their defense figured out. Now it's flip flopped, and I have a feeling it's going to be more harmful than not to them. Considering that they have, I believe they have a more favorable matchup this week, don't they? Oregon. I do think that'll go their way, but they need to get their defense in check because that Oregon offense is pretty solid. And
Yeah.
I'm not saying this because they lost. I'm saying this because they were in a position to win and they gave it up. More rather than that. The team they lost to is a team that anybody could lose to and
Yes.
nobody would bat an eye at it. It's just the way they lost. They were in control for a good portion of the game, and their defense just couldn't get a stop when normally their defense would be the main reason they're in this game. Okay.
Yeah, I think
Go
I'll
ahead.
give an honorable mention to Clemson. I won't pick them because Kaleb did, but I'll give them an honorable mention for the sole purpose that I was the only person who picked Clemson in our RC party picks. The other 3 picked UNC, and now I look like a fool. So thanks, Clemson. But I think if I had to pick an actual most disappointing team of the week, it's really hard because disappointing has such a negative connotation. I don't think any team was inherently. I don't think any team was inherently disappointing. But like if we're talking about kind of fell short,
Just rip it off.
you know what? I'm gonna go Penn State.
Oh.
For the exact same reason as Clemson. I was the only one who picked them in the RC party pick'ems. Everyone else picked Colorado, and then Colorado won.
Yeah.
Which Nico went 12-0 this week, by the way. He picked every game right.
Speaking of that, we'll get all to that.
Grandpa.
And
thoughts on my use of David's cane?
Chipotle cane. I like that.
No, I'm using it as my modifier to just, easily dump stuff into the trash because that's what Nico is. So I had to think of that bit on the fly. All right, next question from our good friend Flash. David, we know that you in fact climb, but what's the highest elevation you have been in a where?
That's actually a really good question. I mean, I'm assuming not counting airplanes because that's like cheat code.
I would not count airplanes.
Climbing.
Climbing, I believe climbing the highest elevation I've been to. I'm not sure how high it is, but it's a location in Chattanooga called Stone Fort. It's my favorite climbing spot. It's in a mountain up in Chattanooga. Let me look up Stone Fort elevation. It is only at about 1,700 feet, so think 2,000 feet, which is not very high. I also live in the southeast.
We gonna say
so there's not.
We just gonna talk about how you just said only like climbing 1,000 feet isn't an impressive feat in itself.
No, that's like elevation above sea level.
Yeah, that's sea level.
Oh.
The actual boulders are like 10, 15 feet tall.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, climbing is an impressive thing anyway.
What's your highest elevation, Valente?
The highest that I have climbed in one go, probably somewhere around 60 feet at my gym. 60 feet elevation. The wall's also overhung, so then like if y'all remember the Pythagorean theorem from middle school, that's like the hypotenuse or whatever.
Don't even try it. Don't even try it. I couldn't tell you.
I've done some long ropes climbs. And here's a little extra bit for you. The longest distance I have fallen.
This is a stat.
I don't know if I've told this story in the CFSL yet.
Exclusive.
I saw a video of you climbing.
On
the wall.
I've dabbled them here and there, but the date is I believe June 6th of 2024, and I am practicing speed climbing because that's the discipline I'm best at competitively is speed climbing. So I'm practicing speed climbing, and we're doing this drill called resistance band. There's like a 45-pound plate on the floor. It's got like an elastic band tied to it, and you clip it in, and it resists you as you're going up the wall to
Mhm.
create resistance, work out your muscles, and build strength. So me having approximately 2 brain cells, I clip into the resistance band and space out, forget to clip into the auto belay. Thankfully, I was only doing half of a lap. I was not doing a full lap. But I climb. I'm upwards around 25 feet. I let go, expect the auto belay to catch me. It doesn't catch me. So then I get yoinked 25 feet into the ground. That summer was not very fun for me. It was a lot of sitting inside and playing Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
Pretty fun summer, if you ask me.
Not when you like to climb a lot, but
I'm not
that
a
is
Pokemon
how
fan. I've played one game. Fire Red.
good game to play, to be
It
fair.
is.
But there's a story of how I got 3 compression fractures in my back, if anyone's wondering.
Oh,
Wow.
all right. The next
You
question.
asked the highest elevation I've ever been.
Yeah, what's
It
your
was
highest feet?
it was ironically June of 2024 when I took an edible. It was still to this day. Here's the thing. I'm sure there are people watching this that smoke that don't. I don't for that reason. For the edible reason. Rule number 1. Know where you're getting your stuff from, because if you don't, you're gonna think, and thinking is the worst part about it all. Yep. Still to this day, think that there might have been something extraterrestrial in that thing. All I know is that I ate a little bit of it, because you're not supposed to eat all of it. You don't have to. I ate a little bit of it. One. Gave it an hour. Didn't feel shit. This edible's weak as hell. By the way, you're gonna hear a lot of people say that, and then they're gonna be fucked out of their mind for the next day and a half. I'm like, okay, didn't feel nothing after an hour. Okay. Tore off half. Ate that thing. Didn't feel nothing an hour later. This shit is weak. Ate the entire thing. And boy, 5 hours later, if my head wasn't on my back and my toe wasn't on my nose, it had to have been laced with something. That's the highest I've ever been. Oh, you're talking about climbing.
Yeah,
Never climbed anything.
climbing or just anywhere in the world, even if you just like traveled somewhere that's high.
Travel, I think, might
The
be Pikes
mountains.
Peak. I've been up there before. I've been skiing before, so probably somewhere in a mountain is like
Gatlinburg.
not for climbing elevation wise, but
I'd say like
there's
3 or
there's y'all's
4,000
climbing
feet.
fix for the pod.
3 or 4,000
That's it.
feet. Something like
Mine, I'm in the 6,000s.
that. You live in freaking Colorado.
I live a mile high, so
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm casually. I've been to the top of one of our mountains that we can drive up.
I was about to say, you take one hit of a joint, you're in the cockpit of a private jet. So, like,
So, okay. So this next question comes from ? Who is the best graphic maker in the CFSL, and why is it Horns and not David, and especially not Nico?
I'm gonna
Well, I
answer
can
it first.
explain. Hold up. I can say why it's not Nico really quick. Nico gets all of his talent from his fiance. So if you ever see a graphic made by Nico, make sure to thank his fiance. Okay, continue.
Who do you think it is, David?
Shout out Phoebes.
Phoebes. Who
Phoebes
do you
is
think it
up
is?
there actually. Horns' Nico, excuse me, his graphics have taken a turn for like they're actually like really good thanks to Phoebes. So shout out Phoebes for that. If I had to pick the best graphics maker, let's take a look at user
Mine.
content
I
real
already
quick.
know mine.
Yeah, I don't even have to think. Caleb, you say yours because I'm saying the opposite.
I don't have either of yours.
Oh,
I took option C that we talked about earlier.
okay. Well, if we're excluding AI, because let's be honest, there are some good AI graphics.
Mine's the AI answer.
I have to give the consistency award to Dylan the guy. Or Dylan that guy.
Yeah, his
I
what he
don't
does
know if
consist-
his are custom made, but I think they're AI. But he's really consistent with this stuff, and everybody likes what he does. He's asked me personally if I wanted stuff, which I haven't like really asked for too much from him, but he's still giving me like a couple of things. He does like the scores after every slate.
Yes.
But if we're excluding AI, mine is between Voodoo and Johnny. Voodoo does the weekly poll. Voodoo does all the Miami graphics. Johnny does the playoff graphic, the league schedule graphic. And I think they're both incredible. With that being said, I think I'm gonna have to give it to
Voodoo
Voodoo.
also does the Play of the Week graphics.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to give it to Voodoo.
No, that's
because Voodoo's done GIFs as well.
The GIFs are insane.
Yeah, the GIFs are incredible. Yeah.
My answer, he is not currently a coach. I will add that. He is not currently a coach. He and I talk a lot, and I've seen a lot of the graphics he sends me.
Mm-hmm.
It's
he's a coach.
I hope he's a coach. Is he a coach
OC,
now?
OC of Florida.
They made him the OC. Okay. Yeah. I hate that I'm giving him credit, and I really hope he never watches this because the DM that will come is of this clip saying, "Aw, you do love me." It's Babs.
This is the second week in a row where you've had someone say, "Oh, you do love me."
Yeah, it was Wiki last week, man. Like, he did say it to me, but I know damn well if I wouldn't have said that, he would have. But Babs is my guy, you know. He's graphics. I don't know. David, have you ever seen any of his trading code graphics?
I think I've seen a couple, maybe.
Let me send you some sauce real quick.
Yeah.
Slide real quick.
And we'll talk yours. I'm going to send you this sauce.
Right, David?
Come again?
You gave your answer already?
Mine is obviously me.
Oh.
Like what? I gave honorable mention to Phoebes, but mine is obviously me.
Interesting.
If you would like to look in our group texts, our group chat, there's some of the stuff that sent me this last week.
Those are pretty cool. Does he do AI?
He's AI. He's AI. But he sent me that, and I'm like, yo.
I will say, as much as I don't like AI recruiting pitches and AI, anything other than graphics, I don't like AI.
Respect to AI music.
AI music is good too because I don't fucking make music, of course. But like, you know, like, well,
yes,
yeah. But AI music can be good. AI graphics can be good. I don't like AI writing. I don't like AI, any of that extra stuff that's not graphics or music. I'm not a big fan of. But something that is a real talent nowadays is getting your prompt right into the AI. And like giving it the right info so what it gives back to you is perfect. I think there's a real talent that goes into that.
Yes.
Am I the only one that believes that?
No.
It's gotten to the point where, and this is a hot take because you almost have to be more talented, like I will say more grammatically sound to get your AI to do something right than you have to be talented to do it yourself.
Yes.
Because I make like this. I'm gonna be honest. I'm some of the 75% of the graphics I make are mine. The other 25% are better than what I can do. And you got to be so grammatically perfect. I think because first of all, it's natural. At that point, you're in flow state when you're making your own graphics, if that makes sense. It's hard to tap into an AI. You can't go flow state into an AI. You can go flow state into making your own graphics.
I agree.
That's where I'm coming from on that. I'm not trying to make it sound like everybody who makes their own graphics is not good. It's just
Yeah.
you know what you're doing when it comes to that. You know exactly how to get to where you want to be. Everything's thought of in your mind.
Yeah.
You're having to tell a machine exactly how you want something to come out,
It's
and it still gets it wrong.
Yeah.
So that
all right.
that's why I think it's harder.
Next question. Well, we're tying. There's a bunch that are in the same pack in this, right?
Okay.
So we're gonna tie this. We hit like 4 questions here. I'm not gonna mention everyone who's asked questions similar to this, but so far early in the year, who are your award frontrunners? Well, this will also be our last set of questions since we've been on questions for a while. Who are your award frontrunners on the major categories? This is the one I mentioned earlier. So we'll do one more after this too. So there's a question I think David you can actually love.
Okay.
So award frontrunners, along with your championship frontrunner and your conference frontrunners.
Hold up, I gotta write this shit down.
So,
So, like,
award
I will.
frontrunners.
I'll throw it in the Discord for you, David.
Okay.
Award
I
frontrunners.
messaged this award
and
frontrunners. So
championship
we'll go
frontrunners.
Depoy, and player. We'll just do the main 3.
So Opoy,
Oh.
Depoy, freshman.
We'll do Opoy, Depoy, freshman. We'll do Opoy, Depoy, freshman. Because
Opoy,
one of
Depoy,
the 2
freshman.
Opoys or Depoys will be your player of the year.
Do we
Just
want to
specify.
do like content broadcasts, AD?
No, just do just hit the major ones.
Okay.
Because it's way too early for like AD. It's way too
True.
early for. It's week
Agreed.
2, dude. Like
Yeah,
it's
you can't
the
really.
broadcast
no.
of the year. We don't have a guess because
There's
we
been
know who the front runners are, but there's been so many different guys who stepped into the booth early on.
right.
Hot
yeah.
take: both of y'all get nominated for Broadcaster of the Year.
That's a
Ooh,
hot take.
dude,
I
I don't
like
even
it.
think. Like, here's the thing, with that, I don't think. When was the last time 2 YouTube guys were nominated for Broadcaster of the Year in the same year?
Technically 2 seasons ago because of Murph.
Well, let's not count Murph because Murph is
I
that
couldn't tell you
guy.
then. I couldn't tell you then. Well, because it's been so deep.
Because last year it was me.
This
by the way.
This year I think is a little bit different because there's only 3 Twitch guys full time.
True. Yeah.
I think this year's a little different.
Cade was on YouTube not too long ago.
Yeah.
Cade was on YouTube at one point
4 or
when they
5
put
seasons.
broadcaster of the year. The first year he went to Twitch.
Yeah, it's like look, obviously
So-
let's go ahead and throw their names out there. Where Cade,
Where
Murph.
Murph, Cade are the big 3.
Yep.
All right, so we'll start off ACC. Who is your ACC frontrunner and why is it Notre Dame?
It is Notre Dame.
Hang on, I need to look up the new conferences.
Yeah,
It's
I'll go
basically
ahead and talk about Notre Dame.
It's Notre Dame, Miami, TCU, Clemson, West Virginia, Florida State.
It's Notre
Good
Dame.
job.
Look, it's Notre Dame. Week 1 was a solid win. Okay, Ohio State is a solid team that has yet to get a win. They'll get there soon. Week 2, great win. Week 2, like you said, is going to be viewed as a really good win, a really good revenge win, and a really good setup entering conference play. That's why, looking at it from a betting favorite side of things, you guys are clear-cut front runners right now.
Yeah.
Now, I will say the surprising team that I don't think a lot of people are going to be looking at due to how last season ended up, I think it's going to be Florida State. I think Florida State is going to somehow fight their way back in.
They always do.
They will. And they didn't do it last season. It was too little too late. But I think they're finding their groove a lot sooner than we expected them to.
Okay.
So, Florida State's
I agree Notre Dame is the front runner. But like Miami is there. If y'all win next week, Kaleb, we have a real conversation. Can Notre Dame be taken down? But for now, Miami is right there. It's either Notre Dame or
We beat them
Miami.
last year, but okay.
Why am I the only one that doesn't glaze my team on this? I need to take my opportunities.
You're the only one who's an AG too.
Segment either.
Yeah.
I know. It's like I should be the one that glazes, but it's not me.
The Big Ten. A bloodbath conference.
Oh,
It's a bloodbath conference, but let's just be honest, it's USC.
It's USC until it's not USC.
Yeah, it's USC.
Michigan State.
Shut up. You know better than that.
I think we have a shot.
Look,
that's fair.
I love
if y'all are in that LR, we have a shot.
Oh, trust me, I
If
know
y'all
what
are in
that.
that coach's chat, we have a shot.
I know that locker room. Trust me. Look. Bama was not supposed to have a shot last season. Let's be honest. Nick is a lot of the reason that we did. Okay, a lot of credit to him. That is why I think Michigan State is the underdog team that will surprisingly make it hard on everyone else. But I still think the USC is the front runner, number one contender in the league and in Big Ten.
Yeah. Big 12. Colorado.
Agreed.
I'm picking Colorado.
Agreed.
I'm picking Colorado, but it's this
UNC's
one.
right there.
Yeah, I'm picking Colorado, but this shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. UNC is going to be the team that gives Colorado the most problem.
Yes. And then finally, SEC.
I'm going to let y'all handle this because I'm not saying a word.
I think genuinely all three of us could say three different teams and we're still leaving a team off of this.
When 4 teams are 2-0, it's impossible to like.
And and then of the fifth team in Alabama just lost to a great Notre Dame team. Like it's a 3-score game.
Right.
And the 6th team, Georgia, lost to a great Michigan State team. I'm sorry. I'll shut up.
I think I will say it first. Give me my copium. He's my guy. I love him. Give me Texas A&M.
Now, I'm going to say I believe in Bama more than a lot of other people believe Bama. Of course, I'm supposed to. My team. That's my pick. But I'm going to be modest since this is Valente the personality, not Valente the AD. I'm not going to say Alabama, but just know Valente the AD knows Alabama is winning that fucking conference. Now, I don't like to say this as either personality of Valente, but I think Auburn's going to win that conference. I think Auburn has the most impressive win so far. First of all, they beat a resurging Miami team. That's not going to be easy to beat for anybody. There's 2 generational talents you have to stop, and they did a pretty damn good job at stopping one of them. One of them. Just one of them. That's all you need to do sometimes. Now, I know where David's going to go with this. I do think Texas is a really good shout, but Valente, the personality, considering we lost to Notre Dame, I'm going to say due to the poll, due to the loss to Notre Dame, due to the questions around our scheme, Alabama is the underdog team in this conference now, despite winning the championship last season.
Yeah, I like what y'all are saying, and I love that what Kaleb said is happening. We are picking 3 different teams in this SEC conference to win this SEC conference.
I want to add this. No matter what happens, either in our real pick, Alabama or Texas is not getting picked with our modest picks. Like,
I think Texas is winning this conference.
Yep.
We figured. We knew you were going to say that.
Controller is that guy. Texas is that team.
Hey, I believe it.
Yes.
I believe it. I 1000% believe it, but I'm just going to put this out there right now. Controller knows I got all the respect in the world for him. Me and him talk not that much, but since we came in at the same time, we've kept up with each other pretty well. He reached out to me first. He said this class is going to be special. The class being me and him. And it is. It's going to be. I think, and I'm putting this out there just because, like I said, line me up against those 7 Patriots. I don't care who we're playing. I'm picking Bama every single time. Controller is that guy. But so is Goliath. Okay?
Yeah.
And right now I'm looking like David. Not you, but David and Goliath. You know what I mean?
Early season championship favorite.
Oh, God. Are we doing the matchup or who we think's going to win? Or should we say both?
Just win.
Just win?
Just win. We'll crown the champ.
Just win? I
will say do not pick your own team for this.
Yeah, because we know it's Michigan State all day, but I think picking... I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it anyways. I think Texas does it again.
Wow.
I think Texas three-peats.
Never. The team has never done that before, by the way.
If anyone's doing it, it's Controller. I think Texas three-peats.
I think we finally see the crowning of the choker. I think Cade gets his ring.
We're all going through different teams. That's incredible. I'm giving this to Jacob. Jacob is so familiar with this spot. I've
Yeah.
defended Jacob through the ringer this week, by the way. We did it on the official Inside Blitz podcast. I was defending Jacob through the ringer.
Yeah.
Jacob has 2 titles. He through his 7 seasons, only missed the playoffs once. It's almost a guarantee that he's gonna be in the dance to get. He's gonna be in the Rumble to get to the dance. There you go. I just think that Jacob knows what he's doing to a level that a lot of others aren't gonna realize. Just because when you look at guys like Ware, when you look at guys like Controller, when you look at guys like everybody else, they're bigger names to the outside. If you look at Jacob and don't think about his titles, and don't if you're a new person coming into this league and you see Jacob, you're not gonna think much of Jacob because he's not the most active guy. There's probably 10 other ADs that are more active than Jacob. But Jacob's the guy that's going to keep his head down. He's going to work his ass off. And he's going to prove exactly why he is where he is. Bo Mayweather, Offensive Player of the Year.
Ooh,
Jackson
that
Motion
too.
Montgomery on the.
Got none.
Airball. Airball.
They had the single best recruiting class in this entire league. They landed pretty much every corner that was recruitable. They filled every gap in their roster. I want to say there's not a single hole on that team versus everyone else who has a hole on the team, maybe except Colorado. I'm willing to give Colorado that shout as well. I'm just not 1,000% sure on Sky yet. But I got all the love in the world for Jacob. I've never played for him once before. I'm pretty sure me and Jacob have never had a conversation. Outside of that time I asked him which WWE superstar he thinks he is, but I'm pretty sure we've never even had a conversation. He's never recruited me. Obviously, I've never recruited him. I just think Jacob's an incredibly hard worker that a lot of people don't really see because of how active everyone else is compared to him.
That's fair. All right. We'll go freshman of the year first. Mine's obviously Kai Avery.
Anything else need to be said?
I didn't think about this one. I'm gonna have to look.
I can tell you the other really great pick that's not my bias pick.
So, obviously, my bias pick is gonna say Walker Bellamy, but I'm not gonna do that. A good shout would be Jerry Money. Jerry Money's doing pretty solid right now. He's leading the league in rushing.
I think my shout is pretty obvious, but mine is Drew Axis.
Drew Axis is a solid one. Drew Axis isn't okay. Love Drew
A&M's
Axis
only going to get better. A&M's only going to get
sure.
better. And that means Drew Axis is only going to get better.
for sure. I think another good one could be Bobby Dale. Bobby Dale's a gunslinger. He's gonna have a lot of interceptions, but by God, he's gonna have touchdowns following that.
No one has said the other guy I was thinking for this, which
And
is
then-
insane to me.
My last one is Dalton Hurd.
There he is.
Dalton Hurd is playing every side of the ball. It's gonna be hard not to include him.
As you said, that's the other guy I was thinking.
Yeah.
Defensive player of the year, if we all don't say the same player. I know Valente and I are about to say the same player for defensive player of the year.
For sure.
David, you want to go first for Depoy?
You know what? I'll let you talk about him and I'll talk about somebody else.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, should I kick us off or close it for us? Because I think my guy's the
Close
by
it.
far
Close
front.
it. Close it. Close it.
I'm
Yeah,
closing
close
it.
Yeah. Let's let
David,
David.
don't steal it.
David, do you want to go
There's
first?
a very big chance I steal
Do you want
it.
me to say the name who's closing real quick in our Discord chats?
Sure.
I'll start. I'll start. So there is someone that we're going to talk about that's may or may not have broken a record this week. I'm gonna let you talk
As you
about
said,
him.
David doesn't have the same guy.
David doesn't have
I
the
do
same
not.
guy.
No.
I'm gonna go with the guy from Florida State, Frost Winter.
Good pull.
Now, the reason I'm going with him is because of his ratio, not because of his output. He has 12 tackles. 10 of those 12 tackles are for loss. Compared to Buckwild's 19 tackles, 13 of those are for loss. I get it's more, but Frostwinter is more efficient. Of course, Buckwild has more sacks, but I think there's a lot of season left. And I think that and the ACC is the second best conference in the league. Don't get me wrong, but let's put it this way: I do think they technically have the more favorable conference slate, just because the SEC is so stacked.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give
Okay.
it to Frostwinter.
Go ahead, David.
I'll go next, and I'm surprised that this wasn't on anyone's radar. And maybe this is me being biased, but
He's always a safe pick.
it's Nikolai Storm.
It's a safe pick.
I said it in
Three-time
an article.
All-American, likely to be four-time All-American. There's a missing spot on his shelf
Mhm.
for a Defensive Player of the Year trophy.
Nominated twice.
Nominated twice. He has 25 tackles right now. He is one of 11 players over 20 tackles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
3 TFLs and an interception to go with it. And as the season goes on, he's only going to get better.
Absolutely.
Michigan State is only getting better, and that means Nikolai Storm is only getting better. He has been at free safety, which is the less favorable of the two safety positions for the
I
past
know.
couple games.
Like, we played him at strong safety, and that's what helped him out incredibly with the tackle side of things.
If the cards fall correctly, he will get moved to strong safety. And when he gets moved to strong safety, it's over for the rest of the league. Truth be told. I think if anyone's got a shot, it's Nikolai Storm.
Throw him up. Throw him up real quick.
I'm taking, I think, the kind of obvious answer right now. But
Yeah.
Valente and I talked about this guy earlier too. I don't know the amount of games Valente's broadcasted in this league. I don't know the number. I just wrapped up with my 18th game broadcasting in this league. And I can honestly say without lying, my eyes have never been more dragged to someone on a football field more than they were on Thursday. And usually it's an offensive player who takes your attention. But what Buck Wild is doing this year is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Buck Wild is he's currently 15th in tackles as of the end, which is ridiculous. He has a 3 TFL lead and 3 sack lead on everyone else in this league. Sorry, 2 sack lead. And the other guy behind him is a GT. And he's forced a fumble. He has 13 TFLs, 19 tack. Like, Buck Wild just broke a modern era record for TFLs.
I want to put this out there too. So we're 2 games in. He's got 13 tackles for loss. 13 times 4, quick math, I believe is 52. He's currently on pace, which, by the way, not going to hold that pace.
Not going to hold that pace.
But he is currently on pace to smash the absolute shit out of the tackles for loss in the season record by week 6.
Yeah. Like, Buck Wild is having one of those years where you just want to sit back and watch him out of admiration for what he is doing. Like, the single season record is 32 for TFLs. Oh my god, there's no way this guy did this. Valente, pop quiz, who holds the single season record for TFLs in the modern era?
Martell, right?
No, Martell's second.
It was, who was it? Oh my god, I was literally just looking at it and I already forgot.
It's Jurgen. Kate's fucking DN.
Same season.
Same season. Got the record. That is some info I did not know.
Hey, look at number 8.
Oh my God.
Same season.
How good you have to be to have 3 defensive linemen in the top 10 all time in the modern era from the same season.
Mm-hmm.
And he still lost the national championship.
Fuck. You had to say that.
Oh, it could get worse. He's second. He's second in TFLs. Second in sacks. Sorry. Second most receiving touchdowns in the season. Well, tied for first. Third most receiving yards. All that same year, and they lost it. They lost the Natty. Top 8 in pass completions, yards, top 10 in all that too. But Buck Wild's ridiculous. You want to talk Opoy?
Yeah. Yeah. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I don't want to say Kai Avery because you said it for freshman of the year. He's currently looking like Declan Murphy. Not the best output, but the best efficiency so far. So I do think Kai Avery's a good shout. I think
Fuck you,
another
that was my
one
pick.
would be Declan Murphy. And a sleeper would be Dre Money.
I'm gonna say the name. Mateo Macias.
What?
Mateo Macias is my pick.
Mateo
Oh.
Matias.
He
Oh.
leads the league in touchdowns by 3.
By 3.
He had a bad week receiving, and he still is number 13 in receiving yards after having 40 yards.
What else?
He also leads the league in pancakes. He doesn't have a drop this year. He has 11 catches. For context, only 2 guys have less than 11 catches ahead of him. Majority of which have way more than him. Mateo Macias is looking like a monster this year.
Fuck that guy, honestly.
David, you have one?
My pick was Kai Avery, but unfortunately I can't pick Kai Avery, so now I gotta go.
Yes, you
I
can.
guess I'll just
Give me
go
the
down
love.
the list. Instead of Kai Avery, I will take Cooper King. He is statistically having an amazing season, and he was shot out of a cannon last year, sputtered towards the end, and was still on the ballot, and was still very good. And he's only a sophomore. We got 2.5 more seasons of this mofo.
Mm-hmm.
It's Cooper King is a very safe pick
Yes.
for offensive player of the year, in my opinion, especially given that he has more yards per game than Kai Avery.
Yes.
He's throwing for more touchdowns per pass than Kai Avery.
I
And
think
he is just like overall playing very, very good football.
with that, we're going to be in another one of those situations where Cooper King has a way more explosive season than the winner. But, like, for example, let's take Bo Mayweather and Cooper King, for example. Bo Mayweather had a more explosive season, or other way around. Cooper King had a more explosive season. Bo Mayweather had a more efficient season. And I think that played a lot into it. Like, for example, I think Cooper King had 9 turnovers and 41 touchdowns. And Bo Mayweather had like 33 touchdowns and 2 turnovers. So it's just a matter of what the voters want to look at. And honestly, I don't blame you for going either way. Now, on the other hand, I'm going to say this. As much as I don't want to glaze my team, I don't know why LC Fremont finished above them. I'll be honest. I love LC Fremont. LC Fremont's probably the one I glaze the most out of any quarterback that's not a generational talent. I feel like he threw his game away last season. Oh no, never mind. Actually, no, he had 47 touchdowns. No, never mind. Never mind. I lied. There's a reason Cooper King was third. As much as I hate to say it. Sorry, Jordan. I love you, buddy.
Yeah. Anyways, that will wrap up our Q&A.
Yeah.
If you didn't get your question answered, we apologize.
Yeah.
We had a lot more, and due to time's sake, we will cut it off so we don't go for 4 hours.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody
We
that
will-
submitted a question. We'll
yes,
probably
shout-
leave the
shout out
ones
to-
we didn't answer on the thing for
Yes.
next week.
We will
Yeah.
leave. There's some of them that we can answer next week, or we'll get to,
Yeah.
or we'll figure something out in the middle of the week for that. We will go to predictions now.
Every game. All
Every
right,
game.
hold on. Up on the screen right now is the leaderboard for Caleb and I. Caleb
Is
is
it time
currently
to
leading me by 1.
up one?
He is 19-5 or 18-6, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm 17-7.
It's 18-6 and 17-7.
Yeah,
And last week, Austin went 9-3. A
that's also
respectable result.
also
He took a lot of risks that
On the
did
screen.
not pay off for him.
Yeah. And if he would have taken this, if those risks would have paid off, he'd probably be the leader going into like week 9. But anyway, now Austin, you have some competition because we got David Climbs, David Perez with us.
Brother, and don't even try and hype me up. I am 14-10 so far.
Ooh.
All
I
it
am
takes
close.
is 1 week. So
I am close to 500. Last week I was 8-4. The week before I was 8-6, or 6-6. Excuse me.
Yeah.
well, all it takes
Alright.
is 9 to tie. So Caleb,
We will start off. We go in order,
Yep.
which does not work out well for David and I for anticipation because we're the first 2 games in the week.
Yahoo.
Opening us up on Twitch, Notre Dame, USC. Am I about to really have to shock y'all? I'm picking Notre Dame.
I'll tell you what. I
Really
will
cool.
shock y'all. I'm taking my CFSL alma mater, Notre Dame.
oh,
Wow.
I'm alone. I'm taking USC. Wait, I'm drinking their Kool-Aid so much. I don't care.
That's right. I said it, Horns. F you.
Amen. Amen.
I'm drinking the
On
Kool-Aid.
YouTube, Michigan State versus Michigan, the Battle of Michigan.
MSU all day,
Dave-
baby.
Yeah, I want to say
Go green.
Who did y'all pick already?
I said go
David
green.
picked.
Oh, okay.
David
You
picked.
said
I'll let you go
green.
second here since I kicked off last one.
Not blowing smoke up David's ass. I'm blowing smoke up Nick's ass. I've seen a lot more of Nick than I have of Ike, and I think that Nick and Michigan State can get it done.
I appreciate you.
You know, David, I love you. You're a top 2 guest to ever come on around the CFSL. So, with that being said, I'm taking Michigan over Michigan State.
Airball.
We're gonna create a separation between us this week. It seems like.
Yes. Florida State at Colorado. I'll kick us off. You know, Grin is chasing 100. And you know what? I do think there's a weight that still will come for this as I'm picking Colorado.
Yeah. Same way you took my like suspense builder. I don't think it comes this week. I think it comes very soon. I think it's possible. I think it's a lot more possible than people are gonna want to give credit for. But Colorado for sure. I'm
It
drinking their Kool-Aid
happens.
too.
It happens this season. It happens this season, and I
For sure.
It better.
I carry all the respect in the world for Grin. I am to Grin as you were saying you are to Jacob earlier, Valente.
Mm-hmm.
I really hope I get the chance to be on a team with Grin because he is like growing up a Florida State fan and stuff. Grin has been the leader of Florida State, that the CFSL, that I can be proud of to say. Colorado is too damn good, though. I'm taking Colorado.
Yeah.
For
For
Over on YouTube, NC State travels to West Virginia. I'm kicking us off here. I love both these teams, but with that being said, I am standing by my guy. I have said West Virginia is winning a game this season, and people have said they are not. I am picking West Virginia to win this football game.
I'm with you.
Me and Caleb must be having the same stuff because I am also picking West Virginia.
West Virginia sweep, the first one.
Yep.
It's crazy that the first sweep of this video comes from West Virginia.
See you,
Mama.
We'll see you.
Oh yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
On Wednesday, kicking us off is the Smith Bowl. Florida at Penn State. 2-0 versus 0-2. Who saw this coming from both these teams, by the way?
I know.
if you saw 2-0 and 0-2, you might have thought this was flipped.
Mm-hmm. Now, just a reminder: Florida 2-0, Penn State 0-2.
Yeah.
Just a reminder.
I'm gonna say this. I've been running high on both these teams all year, so I'm in a tricky spot here. But you know what I'm gonna say? Give me Penn State.
Penn State. I think Florida's going to keep it close, but Penn State.
Caleb and I stay identical. Penn State. This is odd,
What?
Caleb.
I
I made my
hold on.
picks.
You
I
went
made my
MSU, he
picks
went
before
Michigan.
the stream. I made my picks in our Sea Party spreadsheet. I made my picks in the Sportsbook thing. I made my picks before the stream.
I don't like
Me
this.
Caleb
too.
and I are identical so far.
I
Me
don't
too.
like this. On you, no, we're not. I picked Michigan. You picked MSU.
Oh yeah, you're a little asshole like that. I forgot.
On YouTube, Oregon at Oklahoma.
I think DT gets it done. Oklahoma. I think this is
Agreed.
going to be another close game. I think Venom could steal this one, but I do think that DT is right now in a perfect spot to get something done.
Mhm.
It's better sooner than later. No pun intended.
Yes,
Sooners.
I'm picking the Sooners.
Not a sweep. I have the Sooners as
Yep.
well. Oklahoma is too good to be 0-2.
Wednesday on Twitch. Clemson at Timu.
Timu. I'm going Timu.
Timu.
Yeah.
I want Timu.
I'm taking
do-
TA&M. I don't know who you guys are taking, but
I think Clemson is a good team. I think Clemson could absolutely beat Texas A&M. I think they could catch them with their pants down, but unfortunately,
Yes,
I don't think they will. I think Cade is way better than that.
I'd
I
agree.
think Clemson got too cocky after their week 1. I think they overhyped themselves.
I
And now
think this
they're
is the
dealing
perfect
with
time
the
to bounce back,
consequences.
and like, I think that North Carolina loss humbled them, which is why I think they'll come a lot better
Yes.
against A&M than they did UNC. But I think A&M is just too good to fall for that.
On YouTube, Ohio State at Georgia. I'm taking Ohio State.
Same.
That makes 3 of us.
I love Tyree. I love Ben. I love Haas. I love Tyree as well. I think Ohio State is currently in a better spot than Georgia is.
I will never say it to his face, but State is my guy. State is my guy. He puts in
Clip
a
it.
lot. He puts in more work than some ADs. I think. Simming.
I think he could for sure.
I think that State and OSU are going to get it done.
Over on Twitch, kicking off Thursday night. Tennessee's the only 10 I see as they travel to Alabama.
Oh, was that your pick?
No, I'm picking Bama.
Do I have to say? You know what? I'm going to say it. It's my catchphrase. Line us up against the 07 Patriots, 85 Bears, 72 Dolphins. Don't care. Roll Tide. Till I die.
Maybe this is a little ill-founded, but there's some sort of connection between me and Ware. I don't know if it's the first name or what.
Biggie David.
I
Yeah.
am picking Tennessee.
Got to change what I typed on my on the tracker real quick.
Surprise! Wrench. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
You're not wrong.
He couldn't dodge a wrench.
Miami at LSU on YouTube. Give me Miami.
Miami, yeah. I think
Love
LSU is going to
LSU.
make it interesting, but Miami.
I love
Yes.
LSU. They are a much better team than they're getting credit for. Miami.
Mhm. Yeah.
On
Trips, vibes in that locker room are immaculate. I can already tell you.
oh, absolutely.
Oh, I'm sure that LSU locker room is a party.
Diddy party.
It's the best. No, I think it's just
With-
the best part.
no,
I think
with Twitch,
I think
with Trips, probably.
I think it's the best party in all of CFSL, though.
For sure.
We
No,
were,
absolutely.
We were canonically hosting Diddy parties while I was at Notre Dame.
Hey, Caleb.
What?
over the head. I don't even think he realized.
He definitely did.
No, he didn't.
realize it.
No, he
He
didn't.
definitely didn't realize it. Shh. On Twitch, closing out Thursday night is North Carolina at Auburn.
This one's a lot closer than I wanted. Like, wow. Speak.
It's way closer than it should be.
I love what North Carolina's doing, but I love what Auburn's doing even more.
Yep.
Valente, the personality, not the AD. Remember, taking Auburn.
I'm taking Auburn. UNC has too much hype.
You know what? I love Gun. I've been an outspoken Gun backer. So what I'm about to do may shock the world. Is I'm still picking Auburn because Beard's my guy, Addle's my guy, and at the end of the day, I can't steal Nico's cane and pick him the same episode.
Unironically, my favorite player in the CFSL not on Bama is at Auburn. The
Next
two
battle.
of them. The two of them. No.
Oh, Jay and Sheesh.
Okay, Rex the person, incredible. His player could go on somewhere. Keep him the fuck away from me.
Rexy.
All right. Last game of the week, Texas at TCU. I will kick us off. It's Texas.
Texas.
Now,
I love TCU.
I'm gonna make the bold take of the week. I think TCU is just as liable as anyone to upset their opponent this week. Just because it's nothing to do with Texas, it's everything to do with D. I think that TCU is incredible. It's no slight to Texas at all. D and what he's doing at TCU is a lot of the reason why I think they're going to stick in that game for a while.
I agree.
TCU can upset, LSU can upset, Tennessee can upset. There are like 8 teams that could upset this week, being for real.
Yeah.
And I think that TCU is the most liable of those teams. The most reliable of the teams that could have an upset this week. But I still think Texas is winning the game.
I said it. I think Tennessee, but you got it.
Is that an upset, though?
I mean, what do you think? You want me to pull up the sportsbook stats?
I mean, because it's going to be a pretty even spread. It's not going to be that far off. I want to even say that Tennessee might be favored.
Currently in the pick'em.
In the pick'em, it's a heavy favorite for us, but I don't.
Yeah, in the pick'em, you guys have 76% of the vote.
How do you do the percentage?
You just hover your mouse over the bar.
Okay. Yeah. Well, in pick'em, yeah, but I think when you look at the sportsbook, when you look at the tail of the tape, it looks like Tennessee might enter this game as a favorite. You also got to think it's still Saturday night. Not everyone's made their picks yet.
Yeah,
that's true. I know that a lot of my guys like to make it Monday night, so.
Yeah. We always remind our guys on Sunday, so. Yeah. Either way,
by my guys, I mean the RC party. They make my life hard. I want to just screenshot the spreadsheet as early as possible and be done with it, but they always got to wait till Monday night.
Yeah, in the sense that we, like, for example, if we do go into the game as a favorite, yeah, it's an upset. Yeah, it would count if Tennessee won as an upset. Like, for example, Notre Dame, that was an upset because we were favored. But was it really an upset? Because there were 2 pretty equal teams, you know? So, but I'm saying, like, Texas, like, in terms of roster quality, better than TCU. You got to think about what D inherited. I think TCU's the more reliable upset pick out of everyone else just for that reason. Talking about team roster quality, not sportsbook number. Yeah, there we go. It took me like 35 minutes to make that clear, and I could have just said that one thing.
It'd be like that.
You're winner of the Certified Yapper Award, me. Okay.
You guys have anything else you want to talk about?
Go green.
Go green.
Well, anyways, I think that does it here around the CFSL. We'd like to thank David Climbs for confirming that we are the best non-official CFSL podcast by making his appearance. He
We totally
kinda
didn't
crashed
kidnap him.
we kind of crashed the party and he rode with it. But
I'm
we'd
actually
like to
in
thank
Z's basement right now. He's holding me hostage.
I believe it. We'd like to thank everyone for watching, and this has been Around the CFSL.
Oh wait, hold
Make
on.
sure you guys check out the RC Party, the better
Shout out to RC
podcast
Party.
in the
That's not-
CFSL.
Shout
Thank
out
you
to
guys
the
so
RC
much
Party.
for watching. I will see you guys in the next RC Party. Have a great night.
Hold on. Hey, that wasn't the outro, y'all. Hold on. We gotta do it the right way. First of all, thank you, David, for joining us. Of course. This was ironically the hardest week to schedule so far, but the easiest at the same time.
Yeah.
Considering the fact that Austin's like, hey, yeah, just give me 30 minutes, I'll be all right. And then, like, Kaleb had to take a trip to Denver, so he had to go on an hour, and then he had to take his food pit stop. So if you guys saw him chowing down on some French fries, that's why. But Kaleb now. Oh, and also make sure to check out the RC Party.
Yeah. Yes.
David, you're gonna have to send me a link for the channel because I know you do everything like unlisted, right?
Yeah,
So just send me the link to like an episode
I
or
can send you
something
the
like
playlist
that.
link.
Yeah, and then we'll put that in the description. Shout out to David Climbs Perez the third.
I'm not the third. My dad's name is Charlie, but thank you.
Probably the fifth.
David Climbs 3, not the third. And David Perez joining us. I almost started doing the broadcaster outro. I'm not even lying. I almost went like, I want to thank our executive producer, Mike Peters, associate producer, Alex Crow. No. Kaleb, now you can do your planned outro that you usually do.
Anyways, thank you all for watching. Once again, shout out David for coming on the Better Podcast, but still check out the RC Party. Anyways, that has been all, and that is all on Around the CFSL.
I'm waiting until he salutes. There we go.